Hello, everyone. This is the Abundance Oracle. So, a couple of people have called me and said my other ear sets didn't work. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'm not going to be able to replicate the last video. It's off the cuff, as it is always off the cuff. Whatever happened to me during the day, I have conversations with you. So, if you can hear outside, I don't know how much you can hear outside. Somebody's having a party on the pond, so please excuse any party music you start hearing. So today I had a coaching call with a gentleman that coaches me on moving to the next step. I think I've shared with you in a couple other videos. I'm looking to increase my net worth 5 times over. So I want to be able to leave some assets to my children, and I think there's going to be a lot of inflation coming up. So I'm focusing on building what I have to be a larger amount. So when they need to take the money to pay off the debt, there'll still be something left after the fact. So please like, subscribe, and share. I always forget. I'm so sorry. All right. So on my coaching call, it was interesting. He had a conversation of what are your plans? How are you going to take and move from where you are now to accumulate what you're going to be purchasing and buying and appreciating, etc., in the future? And I said, well, I don't really know. And he started to talk to me about some storage units he has that are container units. And he said, he's doing like 40% return, but he's running the whole business himself. He's not counting on anybody else. And I said, well, that's sort of what I do with my portfolio of things. And it's hard not to be the one controlling it. But I'm starting to think that maybe at some point it gets so big that you have to start relying on other people. So it was an interesting conversation. And he asked me, how are you going to start going about this? Are you going to be looking at the cheapest states to be buying in? Are you going to look at the states that are decreasing the prices of the real estate the most? And it was just very interesting, his mindset. And he said, he's looking also at potentially different industries. And I said to myself, well, really, if I tell the truth, what I'm going to be doing first is I'm going to be talking to people I know and listening. I don't need as much research because I can talk to people who are millionaires and billionaires. And I'm going to find out what they're thinking and where they're going and what they're doing. And I'm going to listen. And I'm going to listen to more and more people. And then I'm going to see not how I feel about what they say, but what I think. Does it resonate? And you're going to think this is crazy, but does it resonate with me? Do I see what they're saying in such a way that I can align with their conversations? I know this all sounds ethereal, very airy-fairy, but let me tell you the other thing that's happened recently. Actually, I think it was at the end of the second quarter. So that would be, so maybe the end of June, beginning of July. So Warren Buffett, I know most of you people know that name, Warren Buffett. He has the largest quantity of cash. So this is Warren Berkshire Hathaway's is his company. So when he says he has, it means he's talking about Berkshire Hathaway. Has the largest amount of cash. He has sold out of a lot of stocks. And he has just recently purchased two hundreds of millions, investing in two home builder corporations. So that tells me that he's sort of thinking the same way, or I'm thinking the same way as he is. I think there's going to be more inflation. So what's the best way, or one of the best ways, to hedge your bet that you can, if inflation does come? That's to own real estate is one very, very good way. And I think he's buying the home builders because, you know, these home builders, they either own the land, they've already started some of the houses are done, but they're actually hard assets. The physical land is an asset. The construction material is a hard asset. And the already constructed labor is an asset. So it's done, it's completed. And he's investing hundreds of millions of dollars in that. And here I am, little old me. What did I do? What I'm in the middle of? Accumulating one more piece for my portfolio. One more piece of real estate for my portfolio. And I'm just starting to think, now how can I leverage myself to have a mammoth increase in my portfolio? And you know, there are people who've been able to do that in the past. So I'm looking and thinking, I need to read up, listen up at how to do that. And I'm very good at picking locations and very good at picking actual physical assets. So it was just interesting, the different process that my coach goes at things. He's trying to collect a lot of data, and I'm doing the same thing, but in a very different method. I'm listening, asking and listening. Why do you think that way? What are you going to be doing because you think that way? And find out where people who have made millions and millions, well, not just millions and millions, hundreds of millions and billions of dollars, where their head is at. So it's a big learning experience for me. I would like to get into that last category. It's going to take an awful lot for me to do that, but my kids might be able to do it. Generational wealth. All right, well, that's all I wanted to say. I'm hoping that you can actually hear me. If you're listening to this, you'll be able to hear me. I think I ran up the other video without listening to it first. So here it is. Love you all. Let me know too, how do you go about purchasing something? Do you look at a lot of data? I'm not saying I don't look at data, but the first thing you do you talk to those people in the know? Or maybe you don't even know the people in the know of what you're trying to accumulate. This is very interesting, so I want to hear your comments below. Love you all. Have a great night. Bye-bye.